Scorpio, December 2016, the last month of the year. Let's see what it brings for everyone who has their ascendant, sun and moon in Scorpio. And I'm Lada from astrolada.com. Subscribe to my channel, check out all my courses on astrology, and these are courses on personal astrology, how things will affect you, how to predict the future, how to do it like a pro. Okay, so what does December hold for you, my dear Scorpios? Well, the month starts with a beautiful trine between Uranus and Mars, sorry, Jupiter and Mars is your planet. Mars is one of the rulers of Scorpio, the traditional rulers. So when it's beneficially aspected, anyone ruled by Mars, which is you, Scorpio, will get a uplifting of energy. So Scorpios can benefit the first 3, 4, 5 days of December by this trine by Jupiter. Their energy levels can increase in a positive way, their confidence can increase, more opportunities can come to them because Jupiter is the planet of opportunities, more optimism, breadth of vision, and especially in regards to your actions, which is Mars rules you, what actions you want to take. And Jupiter is so supportive. Jupiter brings opportunities, so almost like if you want to start new things, to do new beginnings, to take some actions, and if you want the stars to support you, do it the start of December. New beginnings, and still we have all planets moving direct, so that's auspicious for you, Scorpios. And it's actually happening in your 4th house and in your 12th house. What does mean this trine? So something positive can happen at the beginning of the month in regards to your family, in regards to some private personal matters, or some actions that you're taking privately. More basically, you can receive some hidden support. Jupiter is in your 12th house, which can, hidden support, this is like, and Jupiter is a positive planet, hidden support at the beginning of the month, which can impact or improve your emotional state, Mars in the 1st, so hidden support or unexpected support, which can bring some positive developments in regards to property, family, home, but overall Mars rules your all actions and all of you in your life, so go for it. And the support will come suddenly or from behind the scenes somehow. It can be good for traveling abroad as well the first week of December. Then from the 8th of December till the end of December, so for about 20 days, Venus enters your 4th house, which is again to do with family. So wherever Venus goes, good things come. Wherever Venus goes, it allows us for some to take a break or to improve the matters of that house. And 4th house is again family, property. So it seems like the whole month can be positive in regards to matters to do things with your family. And there is, Venus is planet of love, so they can be more bonding, more understanding with your family. Even if before that there was some stressful situations, because Mars is also in your 4th house till the 20th of December. So there might be first more action, more stress there, but Venus entering also your 4th house of family and property can help you, whatever stressful situation happens, to solve them, to improve the relationships, to smooth things out. And can be good time, especially towards the end of December, of reconnecting with love, with family, because Mars is already from the 20th of December out of your 4th house of emotional connections with loved people. So only Venus stays the planet of love. And from the 8th of December, if you want to in some way things to happen for you easily, to benefit in some way, to escape and to take pleasure, just do it at the privacy of your home, or go visit people that you consider very close, family, or just call your mom on Skype or something like that, or just stay at home with a nice book, because Venus in the 4th house is about, you know, creating that emotional space in you and enjoying and creating like emotional healing in your life with more private activities, with activities centered around home or family. Or it can be good from the 8th of December to buy or to receive some gift that's connected to beautifying your home, beautifying your environment in some way. Maybe that beautiful lamp you always wanted to get, now Venus in your 4th house can allow you to afford it. You know, so it's kind of a gentle, gentle, fast influence, but you can still benefit from it. Then, around the 10th of December, Saturn conjoins the Sun. This happens once every year. and its influence is about 3-4 days. I would say 2 days before the 10th, 2 days after the 10th of December, you can feel it. And it's happening in your second house of money, Scorpio. So you might have to take some important decisions in regards to money there. Or in regards to resources, in regards to finances. You might take some extra obligations or duties in regards to resources or finances. So even you might have to spend for something, but if you're spending for something, it has to be in something that you're investing for the long term, in something that is more stable rather than something that will just throwing the money to the wind, because Saturn is involved in that combination. So usually there might be some expenses, but connected to investing in something, or connected to correcting something, or connected to trying to improve something. But some important like actions might be taken in regards to material and financial issues. Let's see what else is happening, Scorpio. On the 19th, Mercury goes retrograde in your third house of communications. And it's going to be retrograde till the end of the first week of January approximately. So the second half of December and the first week of January, Mercury is retrograde. So what does it mean? In your third house. So third house is a very social house. It's about communications. You can hear from friends, from people you haven't heard from. They can come back to your life. Some associates, teammates, co-mates, co-workers might get in touch with you, because third house is social, Mercury is communication, so you can hear from people you haven't heard. You can reconnect with, classmates from the past, or, or third house is all commercial activities, writing, speaking, negotiating, drafting contracts, taking exams, learning skills, commercial activities like marketing, management, organization, planning, media. My God, almost all careers, the third house connected careers in the developed society, basically, unless you're working as a brick builder or something. Most of the careers, the third house, they're connected with the mind, with communications, with commercial activities. And Mercury going retrograde there means we're re-examining those commercial activities. We're re-examining those social activities. What does it mean? You might be renegotiating certain terms in behaviors and relationships with teammates, flatmates, co-workers, teammates, friends in any source as well. People in your daily environment. You might be changing the rules of the game, and something unspoken can come to the surface. For example, I had a client, Mercury retrograde in the third house, something he wanted to say to his brother for a long time. When Mercury turned retrograde, he finally addressed that issue and said it, created some tension between them, but by the end of the time, they were glad that this came to the surface. Another person, Mercury retrograde in the third house, some contract that they were working on kind of got delayed, and they had to, some business deal they were working on, some commercial business deal they were working on got delayed. They had to re-examine the business plan, correct, dot the I's, cross the T's, correct something about that business plan, about the strategy of movement. And it was a bit frustrating because it delayed matters. All commercials, marketing, management, all those things I enumerated can be a little bit frustrated and can require 3 times more effort. But the good news is that by the end that Mercury comes out of the retrograde zone, which means that towards the end of January, usually those people who had Mercury retrograde in the third house, they come out with much better business plans, much better strategic plans for action, much better kind of having checked the details, much better in renegotiated terms, much better, like strategy for action that, and kind of, even though, as I said, it might have caused some frustration, some delays, they were happy that they made it, because after that, there is more, they're at a better place, they're at a better position, a more perfected plan. And also third house is about skills. So Mercury can retrograde there, can make you and demand from you to use extra skills, to use extra attention to gather all of the best of your skills that you've ever learned and to use them in some project. So people that are in business, that are in administrative, that are in any marketing, any communicative careers might find themselves with extra duties and responsibilities in regards to those who are working extra hard on some such project that comes from the past that they have to edit and improve and fix some mistakes there, and by the end they come up with a better product. I had a marketing manager, a branding manager, Mercury went retrograde in the 3rd house, and they had to rebrand the project. Some problems came up. Also another project that they were working on before came up because the clients were not happy how it was going, so they had to change it a little bit. And by the end, 2 months later, by the end of the retrograde whole phase, because Mercury stays 2 months in your 3rd house, so by the end of that 2-month period they had a much better project, and as I said, much better workable strategies. Okay, and maybe travels can happen, but from the 19th of December, if they happen, it's best that they're travels that you've been planning from before. Maybe a travel that comes back to you rather than something that suddenly comes up, because there might be complications. Then we have Scorpio from the 20th of December till the end of January, for a month and a half almost. Mars, your planet, is going into a water sign. It's going into Pisces. This is great, because Mars is going to help you a lot from another water sign. Water signs help each other, and Mars is you. So it's almost like you're going into your own waters. You start feeling more like yourself, because Scorpio is water and your planet Mars is moving into water, so you're like a fish that's coming back into the water, into your own environment. And the intuition increases, of course, when Mars, your planet, goes into Pisces. And it goes into a very lucky house for Scorpio, in the 5th house. So your actions, which is Mars, can have a more lucky and more easy to manifest ways after the 20th of December till the end of January. Not only that, but you can be greater time to have fun, to let your hair down, with Mars going into the 5th house, to kind of enjoy creative activities, hobbies, fun activities, romantic endeavors, to pursue romantic endeavors, because that's Mars, and especially more creative endeavors, which is Pisces is very romantic, it's very creative, escaping reality, but in a way that is fun for you in some way. So that's, I think Mars will be very supportive for you from Pisces, being in the Pisces in your 5th house, and will also give you a drive for sports, for example. 5th house can be that. Can also give you drive to be more playful, to pursue romantic endeavors, as I said, to pursue creative activities. If you haven't had much energy, for example, to complete some project of yours, business project, which requires your creativity, for example, working on a new website or working on how to present a new product, and you require to use your creative imagination. You're not working from a script, but you have to use your brain creatively, and it's not necessary that you have to paint or draw or sing. Creatively is like thinking out something that doesn't exist, or putting things in a new way. So when Mars goes into the 5th house, you'll be energized to get those things done till the end of January. And it can energize your relationships with your children as well. There might be some tensions after the 20th of December, because Mars, after all, is a little bit of a stressful planet. But overall, it's helpful. Overall, this helps the water signs and Scorpios. And the last thing that I want to mention is the important big configuration between Saturn, Jupiter and Uranus. So this is the first time those 3 planets come into a beautiful shape, which is like a triangle, and Saturn is stabilizing the opposition between Uranus and Jupiter. Saturn is making a good aspect to Jupiter sextile and a good aspect to Uranus trine, and it's going to repeat twice more throughout 2017. So what you might start observing from the end of 2016, so December, can come later on in 2017, or can come back again to be redone or to be worked on fully and improved fully, or can come back again as an opportunity. So how is that going to work out for you? Well, Saturn is making a trine to Uranus. Saturn is in your 2nd house, Uranus in your 6th house. Both are material houses. So some extra duties and responsibilities that you take in regards to finances can bring new some new opportunities, which is Uranus, can come in regards to your finances, Saturn in the second house. And new opportunities, for example, that are connected to changing your health as well, changing your routines, changing your work environment, can lead to stabilizing your finances, whether it's taking a new job or whether it's starting some health routine. Because Uranus makes this trine to Saturn in the second house, it stabilizes for long term your financial matters. So things to do with work, with finances, with money, start stabilizing somehow and strengthening with this trine between Uranus and Saturn in your material houses. And also Saturn second house, this is what you eat. Uranus is how you maintain your health. Uranus in the sixth house. So maybe like taking on a new lifestyle routine and regime, Uranus in the sixth house, can change your palate and what you eat and your taste overall. Or changing your diet in some way can help you have a breakthrough and being more disciplined in regards to your diet. Saturn in the second house, what you eat, you have more ability to control what you eat, to be more kind of disciplined, and this can help give a great boost to sixth house Jupiter, your health, your daily routines, how efficient you are, you know. So kind of this is another way it can play out. And Jupiter is in your 12th house, making an opposition with Uranus in the 6th house, which can indeed lead to changes not only in your daily routines, in your health habits. It can lead for you, Scorpio, to change how you eat, how you exercise for long term, suddenly as well. It can lead to changes in your work, you know, what work you do. But Saturn from the 2nd house makes sure that it's, you know, that you don't, these changes are not disruptive, that these changes don't, you know, that actually they'll have a positive influence on your finances, on your stability overall, that they'll have a long-lasting results as well. Because if it was just this opposition between Uranus and Jupiter, it can be destabilizing. And you have to find a good kind of outlet, because Jupiter being in the 12th house is about letting go and learning ways to relax, learning ways to unburden your mind from the burdens of material responsibilities and duties, while Uranus in the 6th house demands a change in your routines, in your work environment, in your health routines. So Jupiter and Uranus opposition will ask you over the next 1 year, starting from December, to find this balance between work and relaxation, between taking care of the material things and taking care of spiritual things. Jupiter in the 12th house is spiritual things. And Saturn will help you bring some balance into that as well, because it's two helpful aspects from the 2nd house. You know, so it's kind of will stabilize this seesaw between Jupiter and Uranus, work or not working and working, you know. Retiring and taking it easy, not doing anything and relaxing, and overdoing too much and stressing too much. 6th house can stress you about worrying about everything. 12th house can make you too, like, I don't care, you know, too detached from reality. And Saturn will make sure that you have a harmonious development and find a harmonious solution over the next 1 year about resting and taking care of your soul and spiritual well-being, and about taking care about material work, duties, responsibility matters, and health routines. So thank you so much, Scorpio. Follow me on YouTube and check out all my courses at astrolada.com, which they start, the shortest one is 6 hours, you know, starting from $20 of gems of astrology information. Thank you.